What's up guys, Brad here with BBs4Breakfast, bringing you my personal helmet setup that I used when I went on my trip to American Muslim's Faded Giant 3 in Barnwell, South Carolina, as well as the helmet setup that I typically use just all the time when I go out to play. Now, the base of my helmet setup is a TMC AirFrame. It's just a basic airsoft replica AirFrame helmet. You can find these online brand new for around $70. I was lucky enough to find mine on a forum for sale for about $40, so I got a pretty good deal on mine. On top of the base AirFrame helmet, I have a Cry Precision multicam AirFrame helmet cover. These helmet covers are pretty expensive, they're about $50, but because you have to get an AirFrame specific helmet cover, you really don't have much of an option. So I got mine, I really like it, it's a pretty sweet looking helmet cover. With the helmet cover, you've got Velcro here on both sides that I put some patches. You've got some Velcro here on the back if you want to mount a light or some sort of strobe. And then you've also got some Velcro down here on the bottom for a name tape or a counterweight pouch like I have done here, which my counterweight pouch holds my charging pack for my GoPro. It holds my charging pack. It has USB, it's got a iPhone and Android plug here. I just have this hooked up for my GoPro. On the sides of the helmet, I have attached some replica Peltor contact adapters for the arc rails. These aren't the real ones. Again, these are replicas. I'm cheap. I didn't really have the money to get the real ones. So these are just some cheap Chinese made ones that I got for about $30 online. These are pretty good. I mean, they function, they do what they're supposed to do. They're not super sturdy on the rails, so if you're wanting something very sturdy, I would definitely go with the real ones. They'll probably fit here a lot better than these, but they work. And with these rail adapters, you actually have the ability to swing the comms up and down. So if you want them out of your way, you can put these up here. I actually did this quite a few times during Faded Giant because I got tired of listening to people on the radio. I really like this feature. This was really nice because if you don't have these, you've got that big band that goes over your head and you'll have to take off the entire headset to be able to not listen to the radio. Otherwise, this way I can swing them up and down and use them when I don't want to. So this is definitely a nice addition to my helmet setup. So attached to these, I do have my replica contact 2s, or I believe these are the Z Tactical Type C comms. I believe I got these on eBay for about $80, so not too bad there. Of course, I have that on the other side as well. As far as the GoPro setup goes on my AirFrame, this is kind of an Airsoftology inspired GoPro setup. I originally got the idea from watching his video on his GoPro setup. So I have my counterweight pouch on the back, like I said again, with my rechargeable pack here with a GoPro charging cable going all the way up through the helmet cover, through these straps on the top, down through the band on the bottom, and up back to the GoPro. Now I don't have the GoPro mounted upside down. I don't have the parts to do that yet. So this is just what it is for now. This is how I ran it at Faded Giant 3 because I didn't have the parts to mount the GoPro upside down to get that better camera angle. But, you know, this will do. With this GoPro setup that I have here, I was able to record all day without a problem with the GoPro. I only had a 32 gigabyte SD card in here, and I would start and stop recording quite often just to make sure I didn't get all the boring parts of the event when we were standing around kind of getting ready, because I didn't want to search through all that footage later. But I had one 32 gigabyte card in here, and I will say it lasted the entire duration of the day. I swapped it out Sunday. I had one SD card all day Saturday, and then I swapped it out for another one on Sunday, and without a problem. Had plenty of space left over actually. And I actually got plenty of battery life too. That I had no issues with the GoPro dying on me with this charging pack back here. I wish I could remember how much this thing is. I really don't have much of a clue. I'm not sure how expensive these things go, but this is something you should definitely get if you're running a GoPro or some sort of camera during a long op. This is something you definitely should invest in. It's a great addition to my helmet setup, and I'm very glad that I have it. On the inside of the helmet, nothing special. It's just the basic straps and pads that came with the AirFrame, and there weren't a lot of pads in here when I originally got it. It's like I said, I got it used. There weren't a lot of pads in here, so I went ahead and bought some Condor, just some basic Condor pads to put in here to fill in some space, just to get it a little bit more comfortable. They're not the best pads in the world. If you want some good pads, I definitely recommend getting the Team Wendy pads. That's what I want to get. However, those are kind of pricey, but they're definitely worth it. I've tried out the Team Wendy helmets, and it's a cloud on your head. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm definitely going to pick up some of those. Well guys, that's going to do it for my video on my helmet setup that I used at Faded Giant 3. If you guys have any questions, you can definitely put those in the comments below, and I'll definitely try to answer those. Other than that guys, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Brad with BBs4Breakfast, and as always, stay classy subscribers.